Sí.
And the last one, Guanajuato is a popular tourist destination because its architectural style is very interesting.
Ajá. Estoy de acuerdo en todas las que hiciste. Pero ay, me da miedo la Miss. Me va a reprobar.
Todos sentimos lo mismo.
Ay, perdón, Hugo. No te escuché. Bueno, si quieres, vemos.
¿Qué onda tu tarea? Sí. La otra, la del que era de el match columns.
Es el ejercicio 5. Hay que juntar la columna 1 con la A con la B. ¿Sí lo hiciste? Seguro. No, si no te decimos para que no nos diga. Bueno, la 1, pues sí. Bueno, la 1, ¿qué pusiste en la 1? Bueno, en la 1 pusimos que, Monse y yo pusimos que era la D. ¿Y en la 2 qué pusiste? Sí. ¿Y en la 3? Sí. ¿Y en la 4? No.
Pusimos la C.
Sí, pusimos la C las 2. ¿Y en la 5 qué pusiste? Sí, está bien. ¿Y la 6? Sí, cámbialas nada más. La 6 tiene que ser la A y la 4 tiene que ser la C. Y ya las tienes todas bien. Bueno, según nosotras, ¿verdad? Según nosotras, ¿verdad, Monse?
Sí.
Bueno, ok.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so apparently everybody's here. Let's check. So let me stop my video and let me share my screen. Oops. Sorry. Okay. So to check this, please don't read by saying the southwest of Mexico is not as hot as northwest, although letter C or something, whatever. No? So give me the complete sentence, and at the end, you tell me the letter, please. So number 1, Carla.
Okay. The southwest of Mexico is not as hot as the northwest, although it is nearer to the equator.
Are you asking me?
It is near to the equator.
Okay. Letter D. Number 2, Manuel.
Yes. Oh. Number 2, Zacatecas is not a very well-known city in Mexico, in spite of, I'm not sure. It is very interesting architecture.
It is? What letter is that?
E.
So you read as it is, but this is not it is.
No, it. Yeah.
Can you read again, please?
Yes, Zacatecas is not a very well-known city in Mexico, in spite of its very interesting architecture.
It's the possessive. It's very interesting architecture. Number 3, Zaire.
Yes, teacher. Number 3, Tabasco is a state rich in oil. Moreover, many of its inhabitants live in poverty. Yes. Could you hear me? Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. There's a student arriving. We're going to check in a moment. Okay. Then, number 4. fair.
Chiapas is a state rich in oil. However, many of its inhabitants live in poverty.
Sorry, teacher. I get confused. I think that I read number 4 and I did the answer for number 4.
Okay, but I asked you to read number 3 and you read the information about Tabasco. Can you read that again then?
Yes. Tabasco is a state rich in oil. Moreover, it has a prosperous cattle industry. Yes, I don't know. I got confused, sorry.
Okay. Number 5. Laura.
Mexico City has an unusual climate due to the effect on its geographical location. Letter B.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And finally, number 6. Ignacio.
Guanajuato is a popular tourist destination because the architectural style is very interesting. Letter A.
Mm-hmm. Does everybody agree with these solutions?
Yes.
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 No problem? Uh-huh.
No.
Okay, just a little bit about pronunciation. I hear that many of you have a tendency to include a letter here, in spite. How are we going to manage not to produce that extra sound that is not there? Lo que van a hacer es pegar esa S al ins. In spite of. Y se van a quitar de estar diciendo in spite of. ¿Sí? Inténtenlo.
In spite
Pero,
Ajá. In spite of, ya. Así, santos remedios, ¿no? Es como esta, o sea, aquí tengo una vocal, entonces es fácil pegarla aquí, a state rich in oil. Okay, how do we pronounce this word?
Climate.
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 Climate. So these letters, this ending, is only pronounced 8 when it is a verb. For example, to mediate. In this case, we pronounce 8. But in all the other, words, we pronounce it. Absolutely. When it is an adjective, a noun. For example, this. So how are we going to pronounce this?
Which one?
This one.
Certificate.
Acabo de decir que no está aquí. Acabo de ponerlo acá. Y ustedes hacen lo que quieren. Son muy rebeldes. O sea, si yo tuviera un observador aquí, ya me hubieran corrido por incompetente. O sea, les tomo una cosa y hacen la opuesta. A ver, acabo de decir una cosa. Acabo de decir, cuando no es verbo, se pronuncia it. Entonces, ¿cómo suena esta palabra?
Certificate.
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 It's not Kate. Certificate. Certificate. Ajá. Well, how do you pronounce this one?
South.
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 This is a very unstable diphthong. There are other diphthongs that are really stable. But this OU thing has many possibilities. So you need to learn by experience, by paying attention. And so this is out, south. And then, how do you pronounce this word and this word? Oh, hold on.
Architectural.
The stress is here, architectural. And the other?
Architecture.
Architecture.
El acento va acá.
Architecture.
Architecture. No, que architecto, no es archi. O sea, todas las CHs que vienen del griego suenan K. O sea, esta palabra viene del griego, entonces, ¿cómo va a sonar? Sorry, estoy aquí agregándole algo. ¿Cómo suena?
Architecture.
No, esta. Ay, Dios santo.
Chaos.
Chaos, ajá. Y esta que estoy escribiendo acá abajo.
Orchestra.
No, orquesta. Acabo de decir que todas estas, las que vienen del griego, suenan K. Por eso esto suena como
Chemistry.
chemistry. Vienen del griego. Si es del griego, suena K. Chaos, architect, architecture, orchestra. Well, so, but in these words, the stress changes. So here, the stress is on tech. And here, the stress is on architecture. Okay? Well.
Yes.
So, in the next page, you have another exercise. Now, this is a little bit more interesting because you have a complete unified context. It's a complete text. So you have the 10 connectors here. So you need to know the grammar and the punctuation that are acceptable to complete each one. So you have the 10 options here and you have the text. So I am going to give you 8 minutes. Do you think it will be enough? Or 10 minutes?
Maybe 10.
10 minutes, please.
Well, remember that we have a difficult topic later, the theme and ring, so we need time, okay? Well, so how many are you now? More people have arrived, so I am going to reconfigure the groups. Oh, and I myself am here. So, let's see. It has no partner at all. Here. This. 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 And then here. This. And the students have disappeared. It was Axel, and I don't see him anymore. Okay. Oh yes, Axel and O'Neill. But why are you not in the list of students where I can form groups? Well, okay. So let's start and then okay.
Hello. You share your screen? Can you share your screen? Yes. I think, therefore, it's between two commas. But let's begin. Although I think it's although although yes, I'm not sure about the other answers. They don't suit during the winter. Because of this, I'm not sure. I think, nevertheless, it's impossible because there isn't a semicolon or a comma. If you want, in addition to, but in addition to this situation, do you know what is next, the next word after in addition to a verb, a noun, an adjective? Okay. Instead, no. Afterwards, rather than, lo que, like, después, rather than, I can't find an answer for the number 5. Instead, this is the only option because the other one sounds well. I think it's correct, therefore. I don't know why there are two answers together. Maybe it's a rule and it's easy to find the answer. Let's check it with the whole group. See you.
finally there's somebody missing, but I don't know exactly who. Mystery. Well, so I'm going to stop sharing my video and I'm going to share my screen so that we can check. All right. Well, Jessica.
Okay. The climate in Mexico is varied. And for example, although Chihuahua has very hot summers, it quite often snows there.
Finish.
Okay. During the winter.
Thank you. Continue, Victor.
Yes. Because of this situation, the state is described as having an extreme climate.
Climate. Odette. Odette?
Okay, sorry. What characterizes Cuernavaca?
What characterizes?
What characterizes Cuernavaca, in addition to extreme of temperature, is eternal springtime, which most people find extremely pleasant.
Pleasant. Then, Sandra.
The distillery has therefore become a popular place for American retirees. Retirees.
Thank you. Marielle.
They like the weather and they find, moreover, that they can spend less money in Mexico.
Are you asking me?
No.
So, read it again.
Yes. They like the weather and they find, moreover, that they can spend less money in Mexico.
Thank you. Continue. Gabriel.
Yes. For them, the advantage is that...
Okay, something's wrong. We have here, no?
Okay. Sorry, I distracted. They could retire and live rather frugally in the United States. But many of this class of Americans choose the somewhat more luxurious life in Cuernavaca instead.
Are you asking me?
No, life in Cuernavaca instead.
Okay. Then, Montse.
Nevertheless, foreign residents, Cuernavaca also attracts some people who work in Mexico City.
Then, Hugo. Advantage. Thank you. Atmosphere. And finally, Mildred.
Nevertheless, the long drive to and from the metropolis every day is a heavy price to pay to spend evenings and weekends in a provincial environment.
So we have problems, definitely, because we have used one connector twice. So the climate in Mexico is varied. For example, although Chihuahua has very hot summers, it quite often snows there during the winter. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because of this situation, the state is described as having an extreme climate. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
What characterizes Cuernavaca, in addition to extremes of temperature, is eternal springtime, which most people find extremely pleasant. Is that okay?
No. I think it would be rather than.
How do we visualize Cuernavaca? Does it have snow and very hot summers?
No.
No. That is Chihuahua. They have extreme climate. But Cuernavaca is the city of the eternal springtime. So what do we need here?
Rather than.
So what characterizes Cuernavaca, rather than extremes of temperature, is eternal springtime, which most people find extremely pleasant. The city has therefore become a popular place for American retirees. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
So there is something here that looks like a comma, but we don't need it because the connector is between the auxiliary and the main verb. So in this position, the commas are not welcome. Then they like the weather and they find, moreover, that they can spend less money in Mexico. Is that okay?
Yes.
They could retire and live rather frugal in the United States, but many of this class of Americans choose a somewhat more luxurious life in Cuernavaca instead. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Nevertheless, foreign residents, Cuernavaca also attracts some people who work in Mexico City. Is that okay?
No. In addition to.
Remember that nevertheless is a conjunctive adverb, and conjunctive adverbs usually need full sentences, and here we don't have a full sentence. We just have a noun structure, so a preposition is very convenient. So in addition to foreign residents, Cuernavaca also attracts some people who work in Mexico City. For them, the advantage is that although they face big city problems during the work, they can drive home afterwards and relax in a different atmosphere. Is that okay?
Yes.
And finally, nevertheless, the long drive to and from the metropolis every day is a heavy price to pay to spend evenings and weekends in a provincial environment. Any questions?
No.
No? Okay, so there are two punctuation problems in this exercise. I don't know if you can visualize it. In the third sentence, we have a punctuation problem.
We need a comma
Where?
after because of.
Because of.
Oh, here? Like this?
This is
Here?
one.
No.
After situation.
After situation. That's different. Yes, after situation, we need a comma. All this is the k in initial position, remember. This is the subject, this is the verb, blah, blah, blah. But all this is the k. Then, the next sentence also has a punctuation problem. Can you see it?
Maybe a comma after springtime?
Yes. This is a different kind of problem because this is a non on defining relative clause. We are going to study this later. So we need a comma. And now, pronunciation. There were some little problems about pronunciation. So, how do we say we pronounce this word?
Characterizes.
Characterizes. Then, what about this one?
Temperature.
Temperature. Temperature. This one?
Pleasant.
Pleasant.
No, pleasant.
Pleasant.
Pleasant. Then, what about this one?
Popular.
A ver, ¿cómo dicen ustedes un sinónimo de everyone? ¿Cómo se dice?
Everybody.
Everybody, no dicen everybody, dicen everybody. Bueno, pues con esa misma A van a decir popular, no popular, ¿ok? No dicen everybody, entonces dicen everybody. Igualito van a decir aquí popular, popular.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. Now this one.
Foreign.
Foreign.
Esto sí les va a sorprender, ahí les va. Sí, porque viven engañados, ¿no? Así como está ahí. Farting. 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 Así como la puse ahí. Farting. Esta, que salió ahí más arriba. Ay.
During.
Bueno, vamos a ver, ¿cómo pronuncian esto? Lo que está ahí arriba.
Nature.
Nature. O sea, ustedes aceptan que la T con la U suena como ch. Y no tienen ningún problema en decir nature. Bueno, pues la D con la U también produce cositas raras. No es education, así como no es nature, es nature. Bueno, pues esta va a ser education. O sea, tienen que imaginársela como si estuviera escrita así. During. Como si estuviera escrito education. During education. Okay. Well, fine. So, if you remember, last class, I guess, you quickly analyze these two passages to decide which one was clearer. And I guess that most of you admitted that this one was clearer.
Yes.
So, and I said, well, you feel intuitively that this is clearer, but now let's try to understand why. And this is where the handout that I told you about theme and rhyme comes in handy. So where are we? Here. So this is the handout that I told you through your classmate, Odette, that you should